The weather forecast today is beautiful. Well, it's not raining. We've only got a week of dry weather. If you're a new viewer here or you've just seen this video, remember you can like and subscribe to this channel. It costs nothing to do that. Zero, not one single penny. And wonderful for the people that regularly watch and give thumbs up. That just helps the channel to grow. And if you're a new subscriber, welcome to the Erstwhile Campsite Warden 2025. And I am no longer a campsite warden. You need to go back on all the vlogs to read all about 5 years of being a campsite warden. So at the moment I've got my little doggy, Rasha. Hello, Rash. If you've not met her before or seen her before, Rasha is now over 14 years old and she's been the campsite warden dog. So because she's an old girl now and her legs get a bit tired, we don't take her for super long walks anymore. But I'm just going to cross the road. And we moved over to Lincolnshire almost, as I'm recording this, exactly 1 year ago. So we used to live in Manchester, and all being well, this week we're going to record a video with Sandra and all about starting our new life in Lincolnshire. Come on. After spending our entire, well, my entire life in Manchester, although Sandra had lived in a couple of other places as well. What are you doing, Rasha? You enjoying yourself? So there's a car just pulled up with some very barky dogs in. So our videos at the moment aren't in inverted commas specialising in one sort of topic. It's just more about what's going on in our lives and things like that. I'll keep putting the camera down. I've got a van behind me with dogs in. I don't know what's going on with it. Anyway, so yeah, there was oh, Russia, that dog's getting me. 5 years virtually of videos about being a campsite warden and my role around the country. I worked in Northumberland, West Wales, Somerset, South Lake District, and then I spent my last 3 years in Lincolnshire. It's a campsite called the Nurseries, which is all another story. So today is a sort of springy day. We're right at the beginning of March, and I'm going to be doing a bit of pottering around the greenhouse area, amongst other things. But let's get Rasha walk first and crack on with today. Oh, and a fish pie for tea. Now, I need some of you to keep a big secret. I really need, if you're watching this, you've got to be able to keep a secret. So we've got Sandra's greenhouse here, and she's very proud of her greenhouse. But nobody's allowed in the greenhouse apart from Sandra. This is only Sandra is allowed in the greenhouse. Nobody else is allowed in the greenhouse, are they, Lee? She likes her greenhouse, and she's very proud of her greenhouse. She's sort of, we may get a new one in a year or two's time, but she's sort of fixed it and all the rest of it. It's very warm in here, isn't it? Right. So we're it's not. Should we pretend it's a potting shed? What's the difference between a potting shed and a greenhouse?
No idea.
What's the difference between a potting? I guess a potting shed hasn't got glass. It's like a shed. Yeah. So if you go into Sandra's brick shed, because she's really proud of that as well, isn't she? Have you seen her shelving unit we got her?
No.
Oh, she's so proud, Lisa. I got her a shelving unit. She goes, oh. But I've asked everybody to keep a secret because we don't want anybody out there to let Sandra know we've been in here. Because if Sandra finds out we've been in her greenhouse, we're going to get battered, aren't we? What did she say the other day to me? What was the threat? If we were looking for toilets, weren't we? You said there's some toilets around there, and then she said, if them toilets aren't around there, what did she say to me?
I can't remember.
Was the word thump coming to it?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. I'm going to thump you. Not very nice, that is it? Right, we're in Sandra's potting shed, and we've been finding some potting things. So, what are you planning on trying to grow this year, Lee? There you are.
Strawberries.
Strawberries. You're never growing strawberries from seed. So this time of year now, we can possibly, all being well, we're going to get some strawberries started. Oh, for the tits in the garden. We're going to get some strawberries started, but they need to be somewhere where the frost isn't going to get to them. It was frosty this morning as well, wasn't it, again? To germination. And so, as I say, we're recording this, was it 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th of March? I can't even know what date it is. Early March, first week in March. So we've got some. What flavour have you chosen, Lee?
Delicate F1.
Delicate F1s. So we've got some little pots, and there's about, I'm guessing about 10 seeds. So we've got some little pots, haven't we? We've got some little potting marker things, like when you were at the doctor's, we call them, didn't we? So what we're going to do, we've got some, what have we got here now? Seed sowing compost. So we're going to do a bit of a mixture on this one here. Some of these are a bit of a con. Multi-purpose, expand, premium compost, and rich with, I don't want that, that's a bit too rich. So a bit of multi-purpose compost will do. So we're going to have some of that, Lee. Don't let Sandra know, will you, Lee? What can we let Sandra know? We'll have some of that. And there's this open as well. And we've got some seed sowing compost as well. There we go. Don't let Sandra know. So whatever you do, don't put any comments or message Sandra. Do not go onto Sandra's Makes Facebook page and say Neil and Lee have been hijacking the green app. There's a sparrow in the bird feed. Look at that there. That's a pigeon proof. That. Oh, here comes another one. Can you see that? Oh, hello, sparrow. What's his name? Is it Sparrow 1? Is that Sparrow 2? So we've got yeah, a lot going on. Right. So what we're going to do? I'm going to explain to Lee what we're going to do, and then I'll video Lee doing what we're explaining. Oh, that's another one. There's Sparrow 3. There's Sparrow 4. How many sparrows are there, Lee? Right, so what we're doing here now, we're mixing. Oh, this is the way I'm doing it here. I've got this multi-purpose compost. So the compost isn't necessarily good for starting seeds off, but with another seed compost, we're putting that in. Have you got it in, Lee? Are you going a bit more? Are you okay?
All right.
He's okay. Get hold of that, and then with his hands now, he's going to mix it all up and combine it. So we've got a bit of a combination. So we get dirty hands. We're going to get some soap and water. So mix it all up. Do you remember when you used to make pumpkin heads? You used to put your head in the pumpkin. It's a bit like that. And then what we're going to then do is we're just going to put a centimetre or so into these little pots here that we've got. Sandra's really, when it comes to growing things, Sandra is incredibly competitive. I'm not competitive. Like, I'm nearly 37, and all my 37 years, I've never been competitive, have I, Lee? No. Right, so if you just put into, I don't know, a centimetre or two, doesn't have to be dead accurate, into each of the pots. Yeah, really competitive. But I have grown the prize marrows in the past. My peas and beans, you just wait till you see what grows in June, later on in the year. It's way too early for me to be planted. And they used to call me Mr. Radish Man because my radishes were so radishy. Yeah, absolutely legend at growing radishes. But this is Lee's first attempt at growing strawberries. So we're going to start these off as seedlings, and then, all being well, it's going to take a few weeks to grow. And as the warmer weather comes up, we'll be able to plant them out. You could get a job in a market garden, Lee, couldn't you? Right, so these strawberry seeds are tiny, tiny, tiny. So if you just put a seed in each of the trays. So top tip, a little lick of the finger, and you can press down and you can lift one up at a time. So if you are growing strawberries at this time of year, or you're getting the plants growing ready for planting out, it can take 2-3 weeks for these to actually germinate. It can take quite a long time. So don't think you're going to put them in and a few days they're going to start popping up. So what I've done is I'm just getting some little markers here on when we planted them. Right, so we had nine seeds. Mean that, isn't it? So they've been planted on the base, and we're just giving them a very gentle top up now. We're just going to not compress, very gently put it down. Then I'm going to try and find somewhere to put these. So the greenhouse, to be fair, it's pretty warm in here, isn't it? Yeah. But I might just go and nip into the conservatory and see if I can find somewhere on the windowsill. But don't tell Sandra if I put anything on the windowsill, would you, Lee? Sandra would never put anything on the windowsill to grow, would she? This is our living room. This is what I have to put up with. Look. Windowsill in the living room. Sandra's growing things. Look at this. Look. This is the living room. So when we're filming here like this, you can't see that Sandra has taken over our living room. Just don't tell Sandra though. You must not tell Sandra. Right, okay, we need a bit of a waterproof tray. Are you all done, yeah? Yeah. You enjoying this? Is it good pottery? Is it good being in the pottering side? Yeah. Do you ever remember being at Dodrell Bank with Lucy and Hannah? There was a roly-poly hill that you got hurt yourself, but there was something called at Dodrell Bank. There was something called the potting shed, and Lucy called it the potty shed. The potty shed. The potty shed. She called it the potty shed. Right. What we need to do now, we need to find, because these have got a little holes in the bottom, and the seed trays have got some holes in the bottom. So what we need to do now is decant some of that back into one of these bags, so Sandra won't know we've touched any of her comp, because we mustn't tell Sandra. And then we need then to find, if we pinched that off Sandra, she wouldn't know, would she? So put that there. And get rid of some of that. Don't tell Sandra we're wrecking the greenhouse, will you? Will that green tray fit in there, and the black one? Or we could just have the plants on their own. Just try and put that in. And then maybe, will them 3 pots fit in there? Because we need somewhere that we can put some water in, where the water's not going to go everywhere. God, sparrows are all back here. They're very tame, these sparrows, aren't they? I don't think they realise we're here. Yeah, that'll do, won't it? Yeah. Right, okay, so we're going to get that. And then what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go and get a bit of water. Do you want to put the compost back into one of the bags? Don't tell Sandra. Very gentle water in each pot. But yeah, but we've got a little bit more than that. That's about right. Perfect. And then we've got a shelf in the conservatory where we're going to put these. And essentially, what we'll then do is in 2 or 3 weeks' time, we'll get another lot going. And then in a further 2 or 3 weeks' time after that, another further lot going, and then you've got all things going. These, can't believe how tame these sparrows are here. Look at these literally where we are. We need to get something underneath there to catch the seeds that's falling. Have you got any names for these strawberries that you planted? No. Just like maybe strawberry 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Yeah. Which one do you think is going to be the winner? Which one's going to show first? Which ones have the most TLC? That one. That one there? Okay. Right, which one's going to grow first? Oh, Sandra, hours. Right, we've got a location to leave. Do you think that'll do? Yeah. So it does get a bit chilly in here at night, but obviously we've got no frost or anything. So right. How about that? First seeds are sown, so I'm going to go and close up the greenhouse. So I'll give your hands a quick wash and we'll go on for our next stage of what we're doing today. Some chicken wings in air fryer, the kasori, but we're going to do... hello, Rasha. She's just... Slowly she comes up to us, doesn't she wags her bum. Does she want dog treat? Give her a Scooby snack. So what we're going to do, some sweet chili chicken. We're going to do some sweet chili chicken. So sweet. So sit, back, to back. Sit, back. Good girl. Well, she started sleeping in the basket. So get some sweet chili sauce. Open it up and give it a squirt over these, and then we'll cook them on one side, and then we'll get a bit more. I have got another bottle of sweet chili sauce if this runs out. So, will that do? Is that run out?
No.
A little bit left, right? Okay. So let's put that into the kasori. and get these sites. Are you joining us? Right, so look at these here. These are beautiful homemade chili styled chicken wings, straight out of the air fryer. I'll let Lee delve in and give his verdict to what homemade chili chicken wings are like.
Yeah, they're good.
Oh, they're good. You've already nibbled, right? Yeah. Get some barbecue sauce next time, yeah. And Walter's verdict, Lee. Homemade sweet chili chicken wings.
Good.
Easy to cook, innit? And they are really tasty, aren't they? Seriously nice. Yeah, really nice. You can do them on chicken legs, chicken thighs, chicken wing. You can even do them on an entire chicken. Actually, I might cook an entire chili chicken with a bit of paprika on it as well, and some sweet chili peppers on it, something. Yeah, right. Beautiful afternoon. The lawnmower, second pull, isn't it? Like, can you remember how to work it? Sort of. Hang on a minute. I was gonna give Lee a recap, I think. Hang on a minute. Right, so we've just lowered the deck. So we started on a high cut. I'm going back for the second cut, and in our bin you can see all the grass cuttings there. And the first ants are out. Look at that there. We've got ants up. There's another one. Quite likely the vibration from the lawnmower is waking up the ants as the heat is coming up here in England. Right, he's a man on a mission with a mower. We've got a new unit in the conservatory, so all the stuff that was there is now been put away. I've still got some more tidying up to do, and I've got one more little unit to get, but that's sorry, it's still a bit messy, but it's a lot better than what it was. Lee's on the... How you doing, Lee? Man on a mission, he's doing good. So we're avoiding the plants, but yeah, he's done all down there. And we did lower the height of the mower. So that's at its first cut. We've kept away from Sandra's plants. This bit of grass on the front here is very mossy. Anyway, that's at its first cut. And then going over onto the fronts here, that is first trim, and then the stuff that's growing is left. As I say, it needs a couple of cuts to get this all down, but at least the grass is nice and dry. And then there's another lawn at the back to do, but because that's north facing, I'm not going to cut that for a little while yet, until it's bone dry. Right, and that's the green bin, 3/4 full of just grass cuttings. How amazing is that? Doing a good job, Lee. Well, that's been a really nice and productive and very busy day. Nice to have Lee out in the garden helping out, planting seeds. Will his strawberry seeds grow? Will we be getting strawberries this year? Who knows? As I said earlier on this, we are getting very close to our first year where we actually got the keys to this beautiful Lincolnshire property where we are. And I know we've inspired a number of people to either think about living in this part of the country, and we've now definitely got people that have been in touch with us who have actually now moved over to Lincolnshire especially the East Lindsey area that we're in. So as I say, you've got the best of all worlds if you choose where you live. You've got the madness and chaos of Skegness in the holiday season, if you like. The beautiful Mablethorpe a little bit further along. You've got Alford in the middle. Where we are, we're literally down the A52. We're half an hour into Boston. We've got our own little village, Wainfleet, and we've got all the amazing wildlife areas. You've seen the places we've been going to, but I can hear a buzzard. But as I say, we're now having almost a year of watching things grow in the garden, and Sandra putting her stamp on things. So as ever, a great big thumbs up from us to yourselves, and if you've not already done so, as I said, I mentioned earlier on, you can subscribe to the channel. That would be wonderful. And for the people that stay here right to the very end and have been loyal and stuck with us throughout this whole journey over the last blackbird over the last couple of years, from the bottom of our hearts, quite genuinely, we're very humble, and without you egging us on, yeah, what more can I say? Thank you.